So we should begin.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to QOTD, the Question of the Day show. This is the only game show that lets you be on the air. Join us by recording video answers to our absurd daily questions. Finally, here we are at the big show, the culmination of a week of absurd questions. Every day we've released a new QOTD. You guys have answered it, voted, applauded, and now our amazing AI has chosen the 6 best answers for each of our 6 questions. We're going to go through all those questions. You guys are going to vote, and finally we're going to have the champion of the champions, the best of the best. There can be only one, as they said in my favorite bad movie, but I'll get back to that maybe. And here we are, right?
Right.
Trish, you know the questions from this week. Why don't you give us a little recap, thematic guidance, kind of tie the whole thing together, you know, like a good binge watch.
Yeah. Oh, you are dropping clues left and right, but I'll give you a couple more. We're talking about kindness, kickball, karma, and curtain calls.
Cool.
And koalas.
Well, is it still a koala? I changed my animal because we used to have a polar bear up there, and he was bad luck, right? We were having some bad IT issues a couple minutes ago, but I'm feeling really good now that our koala is a real koala.
I think it's what we call an American koala, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they don't climb trees like the other, and they don't eat eucalyptus leaves. It's different. But we're very proud of them.
Well, do we want to get into today's first question? I think it works. Let's do it.
All right. Our first question that we asked was, what binge watch made you saddest when there were no more episodes?
Well, I know I want to say something different now, right? Before I said a show, but now I'm thinking, what was the best binge watch? I'm going to do the best binge watch this year when I was saddest. There's a show on Netflix called Patriot that really made me sad when it was over.
Okay.
I know, it's odd. Yeah. He's a folk singer, secret agent type.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
A multi-hyphenate. Wow. Well, I mean, I watched, in the past, I've watched The Office and Parks and Recreation, and those 2 comedy series were hilarious. So when I reached the final episodes, I was very devastated.
They're so good.
Oh,
yeah, but it was Office was so long, and they had a peak that was not in the final season, right? And so by the time it was over, I think it was time to move on. I mean, we had our time together with Jim and Pam and everybody, and then, I think we should just relish that time and then move forward with our lives into new shows and new relationships.
Yeah, it's like Friends. Once they start having babies, it's time to retire.
Just like the real world. It's like you can't be friends with people when they start having.
It's over.
All right, I think we should hit it. What do people have to say about TV binge whinge?
yes, let's see. Gonna add some shows to my list, I predict.
So the binge watch that made me the saddest that there were no more episodes is a show called Society on Netflix. It's kind of a Lord of the Flies type abandoned kids have to fend for themselves kind of show. And it ran for 1 season and then it was canceled, and I was really upset because they set it on a huge cliffhanger and I really wanted to know what happened. So yeah, that was...
Is because on the day where there's the big show, we don't have a question, but we could. What do you guys think? I don't know. You guys let us know.
Vote.
What do I have to say? Oh, I don't know. I'm just really looking forward to this week. So now that we have the big show earlier in the day, that means that the new week will start promptly at midnight Greenwich Mean Time, which is 8 hours from now, something like that. So y'all can spend the rest of the time looking at the answers from this week. You can still record answers that will appear on the air by mashing the orange record button that's right under our 24-hour live stream, or wait until midnight, and then you can start answering the questions for next week, and hopefully you're going to make it to the big show. You know what? Let's let these guys cheat a little bit. Trish, do you know what we got coming up? Can we give them a little hint about a question so everybody can start thinking about like a really clever and heartwarming, inspiring, and meaningful things to say?
Sure. As a special sneak peek, we want to ask you guys about breaking any law or rule of society and getting away with it. We want to talk to you about someone in your life you would never lie to. Never. We're talking about wild animals and defending yourself from one. Want to know about growing anything in your garden? Are you doing anything this spring? Has any animal ever saved your life? And lastly, we wanted to know what makes your family different and wonderful. And I can't wait to hear those answers.
I think that we're kind of pressing it in there, but this is the week of St. Patrick's Day. And so it's almost, it could like be crafted into a theme for St. Patrick's Day. It's about family and laws you're going to break and growing shamrocks in your garden or something like that, you know? You guys with me?
Absolutely.
Well, I guess is that tomorrow or the next day? It's soon.
Yeah.
And it depends where you live. Maybe St. Patrick's Day never happens where you live. Or maybe it's the most important holiday of the year. It's pretty big out here in New York. We have a great tradition of our Irish heritage.
True. And funnily enough, the question for tomorrow is if you could break any law or rule of society. Interesting.
The New York Police Department is also very Irish. So, you know, they play both sides of this equation. Right?
Good point. Very true.
All right. Well, listen, I love the questions this week. I loved everybody's comments. I really appreciate everybody showing up, watching, recording, voting, and applauding by sending stars. I can't wait to hear what everybody's going to have to say to the questions this week. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on TV. So, everybody have a great weekend. And, click, record. Tell us what you're doing for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. Bye, everyone. And congratulations, Kenda.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.